Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And it is Thursday, which means we are taking the stick that we pulled yesterday and adding it to an ephemera piece for my new journal. If you're new to my channel, this is the first week of our color challenge, and we will be doing something with a doily. Whether you are making a junk journal or you just want to make ephemera pieces, you want to do a card, whatever you want to do, this is what we're playing with this week. You need to use at least 3 of these 4 colors in your project, and this week we need to include a doily. Now, also I want to give a special shout out to my new followers this week. I'm going to start doing shout outs on Friday during premieres, so if you've joined my channel in the last 3 weeks, come back tomorrow and let me give you a shout out. And we will also be in a premiere tomorrow, which means you can join us in the chat. So let's get started on today's project. I have decided that I'm going to use the Hocus Pocus kit from Spectrum Art Creations. It has all the colors in it that I need to work with, which is perfect. I already have elements made from last year when I did a elements for Dear Julie, and I had, out of Julie's challenges, I had over 100 pieces of ephemera. I don't need 100 pieces of ephemera in a junk journal, so I divided them in half, and now I've got half for another journal. And since I'm only going to be adding 5 pieces this month, I figured this is a good time to get those out of my stash and into a journal. And I'll show those tomorrow during our premiere as well. Now we need to use a doily, and I have these orange and white ones from from Stampin' Up! That I pulled to use. And I believe these are retired, but they came in orange. They're all white on one side, and the back side is 2 different shades of green. We have Old Olive, and then we have, I think that's a Coastal Cabana, and I know that one, Calypso Coral. But I'm going to work with the orange one today. Let me slide the rest of these back in the package. Okay, so we know we have a doily ready to go. But what do we use? Well, I was going to use this envelope and do a cluster, and I still might put my washi tape away that I don't need and get onto my stool that I do need. See what I've got here. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our envelope. And I have some background papers here from Spectrum Art to go with this collection. This collection was created by Maddie's niece, Wendy, who also works with her on Saturdays during the live sales. Purple is one of our colors, not the yellow. I'll flip through the kit itself tomorrow. Let's use there's an orange one, but I need to bring in the other colors. Let's start with the purple. And I also have some ephemera pieces here, but let's start here, okay? Now I am going to, let's cut this down. It is only 5:30 in the morning today, and I did not get started with this yesterday because I had to run and get the oil changed in my car. Let's make this a pocket. So let's cut this envelope down. That'll give us 2 pockets, or we can use a hidey hole later. But let's start with the pocket, okay? And to make this simple, I'm not going to measure anything. I'm going to seal the pocket on this one side. So we're going to seal the pocket here and on this side. Okay. And then, let's see, I've got a piece here that needs to be covered up. Okay, and then I'm just going to run my glue around the edge all the way around because I'm covering it. I'm not sealing the envelope up there. And then I like to do a little squiggle down through the middle so I get a good contact. And then I'm just going to take this And I'm just going to lay it over top, just like that. I love these from Dollar Tree. If I misplace it, I can go get another one and I can have them laying all over my studio wherever I'm working, and it's not a problem. Okay, now I can come back in with my scissors. And this is going to be a quick project this morning, simply because I'm not awake yet. But I want to get this uploading. Have you been enjoying the 31 Days of Halloween? I have been having a blast with that project. Absolute blast. Now this little piece, I'm not going to save. The big piece, yeah, but not the little bitty one. And then we can take and cut this off here. The deer must be moving. Honeybee is out there howling his little head off. It's still dark enough that the deer are up and starting to move. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, and then we're going to bring in our orange doily and see what I have in here for ephemera pieces. This looks like it's mostly, okay, pink is not one of our colors, so we're going to lay that off to the side. I like this. I like this. So let's leave that off as a potential. And I have a whole packet over here of ephemera pieces, but I wanted to see what was in here first. Oh, looky, a memory dex card. Oh, no, that's too much for this pocket. It's too big. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything in there we can use. Honeybee says he's done barking. He's ready to come in. It is raining here this morning already. So as I record this, I'm hoping I get to actually put it up this morning on time. Otherwise, there will be a note in the community tab. Okay, I have that sheet, but I also found some that are pre-cut. This is my envelope of ephemera that I already have done. So I'm going to pull this collection out right here. I don't need the pieces from Julie. But let's start there. Boy, have I just created a mess on this table. Okay, I want to go back to these for a minute. And there was one of these that had more green to it, I thought. Purple, orange. There's one that's got a little bit more green to it. Oh, and there's a black. Wendy did a really good job of creating this kit. Okay, I think we've got everything there we need. I'll stick those in there. Oh, you know what? I know the perfect thing. Hold that by. Excuse me, Spirit. I go charging through the office. The cat's never sure which direction he's supposed to go. But I love this lace. And look, it's got almost like a spider web feel to it. So let's add it to this. And I'm going to see if I can do this without wasting a bunch. Because this was $10 for the spool and then 50% off. I showed it on a haul video recently. And then I need my glue. You know, some people are not morning persons. Some people are not night persons. I'm a morning person. I get up in the morning. I want to start my day, get my stuff done, and then I can chill the rest of the day. Well, it comes in handy. Except coming in November when I do National Novel Writing Month, I do my best fiction writing at night. But I'm not a night person, so go figure. Okay, we've got that. We don't need to use all of that doily, but I want to come in with this, and I want to lay it right over top. And that I can go ahead and glue down. I'm just going to do a strip. If you lay your paper, and I hope I'm getting this all in frame, if you lay your paper down, you can see where your width needs to go without having to pre-cut. So I know that if I go right there, I'm good. And I'm going to squiggle that in. Now I am going to come back with my craft glue. And I'm going to lay it over top of that lace. I'm going to lay the lace this way so I can brush this way. And this will let my paper adhere to my lace really well. I need to message Cassie this morning. She is going to be married on Saturday. And so she's probably running around like a chicken with her head cut off this morning trying to get everything done. And I get that. Now that glue that is overhanging, that will dry. Don't sweat the small stuff. That lace will dry. Okay? Or that glue, rather, will dry. And it will dry clear, so we're okay. Now, let's see if all the little stuff I've got dumped over here. Now, I think I want to put that lace, that tag, right in the center. And let's add, I've got to have 3 of the 4 colors, so I've got my purple, I have my green-ish, and I have my orange, and I have black. Let's put Binks right in the center, shall we? Let's make Binks a focal point. It was either that or bring in, yeah, oh, excuse me. Bring in a jack-o'-lantern, and I think that's too much orange. Ooh, I kind of like that, though. So let's take our black soot. I got it wedged in here. Let's take our black soot and edge that pumpkin. Now, when I glue the doily down, I am not going to glue it all the way. I'm going to glue it just in the center and leave the lace around the perimeter loose. That will add a little bit of movement to this, and I can just put the glue in the center to put this down. Kind of try and basically center it. And then I'll glue the whole pumpkin in the center. And actually, you know what? Let's bring the pumpkin up on dimensionals. I like that idea. Not glue dots, dimensionals. Here we go. Let's pop this puppy up on dimensionals here. And I think I'm going to do really good on time this morning in getting this up. There we go. Put our one in the center so we don't have a trampoline. Push those down and give them a good contact. Regardless of what adhesive you use, if you use double-sided tape or you use glue dots or you use dimensionals, you need to really push them down good and give them a burnish so that they make a good contact. There we go. And I have a ready-made tag here. I think this tag's going to be a little overkill for that. We'll see. Or not too small for that. We'll have to come back and make a tag for this. But there is our element. We have our doily for this week. And then we have at least 3 of our 4 colors. But I think I've got all 4 of them on there. I've got the orange. I've got the black. I've got the purple. I've got the green. We're good. So that is it for our project for this week. How will you incorporate your 3 colors and a doily into your project this week? I look forward to seeing what you do. Remember to use the hashtag KCDOCTJJ23 in your project when you post on social media or in my Facebook group. And remember, if you're not a member of my Facebook group, there's a link down below. Come join us. We have lots of fun, and I'd love to see what you're making. That is the absolute best place for you to post your makes. I hope you'll come along and play. I will see you this afternoon with day 5 of our 31 Days of Halloween October Daily Memory Deck Style. In the meantime, remember like, share, subscribe. I told you it's early. And click the notification bell so you don't miss anything on this crazy roller coaster ride. Creative blessings.